This is the Fresh CrEd, recorded at the IFPA Foodservice Conference in Monterey. Presented by Wiggins Farms, with support from IFCO and SunFed. Fresh perspectives, meaningful conversations, and the people shaping the future of produce and food service.
Welcome, friends. Do not adjust your set. We are here at the Foodservice Conference in Monterey, California, in the lobby of the beautiful Portola Hotel, being joined now by our good friend, Mr. Andy Hamilton from Markon. Andy, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great, Ed. Always a pleasure to be here.
So we've talked about this before, but for those who've not watched our previous interviews, this is a home game for you now, correct?
Yes. Yeah. I've been out here with Markon almost 6 years, and our family's lived here over 5 years. So starting to feel like home a little bit.
Are you settling in?
You know, nobody's been able to. I've tried to spread the use of the Southern accent and y'all in particular. My
How's that
kids
taking?
told me to give up on like waving to people down the street, that people don't do that here, and nobody says howdy. And I tried to evangelize the use of some Southern customs, but maybe I need 5 more years before it starts to
Some of the
catch on a little bit.
hospitality.
Yeah.
Nobody's driving friendly the Texas way.
Yeah, you're not going to see anything like that. Instead of in Texas, I know, at least with our good mutual friend, Mr. Slate, he taught me all about roadies and maybe an adult beverage in a paper sack. Yeah, I think the roadies out here in California are a paper sack with more of the herbal nature.
Definitely far from Georgia, though, where your original roots are from, right? Where you grew up. Glad to see you fitting in here in Monterey. Definitely would hate to see you struggle with this weather and the beautiful scenery. It's a Chamber of Commerce day today, so we're enjoying it.
Yeah,
Thanks for that.
The IFPA show and their old organization, the PMA group, they were pretty smart with their timing. It always seems like kind of this late July timeframe is when the fog and some of the cooler temperatures subside and you kind of transition in, which is kind of like a Central California, Monterey County summer, which comes in later than the rest of the country.
This has to be convenient for you, though, from a business perspective. You're meeting with suppliers. Anything top of mind that you're asking them for or having conversations about from a product perspective, timing, supply in general?
Yeah, it is a great time to check in with everybody. It's we're here in what's the middle of the summer for everybody else. So you've got regional plantings and seasons going on across the country and into Canada as well.
Mm-hmm.
And understanding kind of how all the different seasons are playing out so far. Been some hot weather across the country. I've been traveling a lot and gotten experience firsthand some of the hot weather that has not really been the case here in Monterey County. So it's good to check in with all the folks, whether they're from California or elsewhere. And also trying to figure out, what might happen this winter. There's a lot of hype surrounding the big Super El Nino event that's supposed to take place this winter, which if it does, it's going to create a lot of moisture and a lot of disruptions on the West Coast. So, part of our job is to figure out how to prepare for those situations, have some contingency plans in place. And so there are a lot of interesting conversations along those lines. And of course, a lot of food safety conversations too, based on what's going on out there with cyclospora and just the news of the FDA and CDC, perhaps some false starts made by some of the government organizations, and really talk about how the media and social media in particular kind of become a runaway freight train out there. And I think it's a good opportunity for those here in Monterey to kind of reclaim the narrative out there and separate fact from fiction and speculation from what's really occurring out there. I think that's always something the produce industry needs to do a better job of. We've got a great story with some great people working here, and unfortunately all I have to do is flip on X or any kind of social media
Turning upside down.
platform, and you just see a lot of chaos running amok out there.
You talk about planning. So I enjoy your team's market report from your commodity management folks. That's something that's available to the public. I see it
Yeah,
on,
you'll see it out there. We release it to the media, and I know certain publications. Yeah, we'll kind of take
What's-
that and publish it and so forth. And yeah,
what's the philosophy there? I mean, you have in your organization, you serve your member companies, right? It's great. I enjoy the information, but maybe you can share what the philosophy is on making it available to the public.
Yeah, we want to help our customers out there, give them a lot of quality information. We do things a little bit differently in Markon, really, with our boots in the field. We're out there choosing fields and really trying to work ahead of schedule to anticipate what's going on out there. So the market intelligence kind of reports that we have from John Galvez and our QA group, as well as our buyers, want to give a lot of insight. And one time we were touring your great state of Texas. We were in Jerry World, also known as, I guess, AT&T Stadium. And we were in one of the many different locations where they're kind of a commissary putting together food. And we saw, the Markon market crop reports and updates up there posted. So I don't know if Jerry's reading them himself, but we know that at least the culinary staff inside AT&T Stadium.
Well, it's a short
are
ride
reading
from
that.
Dallas over to Frisco, a short chopper ride. So maybe he has enough time there to read the crop report. But that has to be gratifying, right? I mean, it means somebody's paying attention to the work that you're putting out, and that's always a good thing. I mean, that's what you want. So I appreciate it. I read it whenever I see it. And I just thought it was something worth mentioning that, it's not something y'all just keep to yourselves. You make it available to the market and to your customers.
Yeah,
to your
we're glad
point.
it's providing value for, Ambertod and others like you out there in the industry, whether you're working directly in the culinary space or, just in the produce industry in general.
Well done. We just want to let you know that we see you.
Thank you, Ed. It's good. It's good to know that's, validated out there in the community.
Well, speaking of seeing you, we'll be seeing you more throughout the day. So we want to thank you for joining us. Have a great rest of the day. Have a great rest of the show. Glad that you're here, and thanks again.
Well, thank you very much, Ed.
Appreciate it, Andy.
Appreciate
And we'll be back soon, folks. Stay tuned here at the Food Service Conference in beautiful Monterey, California.